Hi, this is Cheryl Gallant, your Conservative Member of Parliament for the freezing riding of Renfrew-Nipissing-Pembroke. On the last day of Parliament in 2020, Justin Trudeau skipped question period. He was waiting to announce his plan to break his promise on the carbon tax as soon as Parliament rose for Christmas, but in time to make the evening news cycle. He did not want to face questions about his plan to raise the carbon tax by 560%. The carbon tax is going up from $30 per ton to $170 per ton. It's shameful and cowardly that the Liberals proposed these changes the day the House of Commons was rising for winter break. This is yet another failure by the Trudeau Liberals to be transparent with Canadians. Canada is a world leader in clean, ethical oil and gas production. We're at the leading edge of carbon reduction technologies. Our nuclear generation, hydrogen production, and carbon sequestration technologies are the most efficient in the world. Ottawa Valley residents can be proud of our innovative energy industries. Instead of being proud, misinformed activists want to kill thousands of jobs at Chalk River Laboratories. We must preserve our shared environment for future generations. We can do it without sacrificing the jobs Canadians need today. Canadian workers are counting on it. Conservatives took action to stop the Liberals from raising taxes during the pandemic. Not only did the Liberals vote against our initiative, but they're now raising the carbon tax even higher. This increase means you will pay more for groceries, home heating, and up to another 40 cents a liter for gasoline. Canadians are already struggling due to the pandemic. They cannot afford to be punished every time they drive to work or turn on the heat. The Liberals promised they would not raise the carbon tax, but that's exactly what they're doing. Catherine McKenna made a pre-election pledge that the carbon tax would never increase. Yep, the same one who told you that if you keep on repeating a lie, eventually people will believe it. She said, and I quote, "The price will not go up," end of quote. She said, "The plan is not to increase the price post-2022," end of quote. Liberal MP Parliamentary Secretary for Finance, Sean Fraser, told reporters on July 9th of last year, and I quote, "This is not some sort of election trickery," end of quote. And just so there's no confusion, McKenna repeated the promise of no carbon tax increase and said, and I quote her exact words, "There is no secret agenda," end of quote. This is just another example of Trudeau Liberals promising one thing to get elected and then breaking their promise when they no longer need your vote. Canada's entanglement with Communist China under Justin Trudeau's is worse than anyone could have imagined. Global Affairs Canada, under the influence of Trudeau Freeland Liberals, has been pressuring Canada's military to conduct joint exercises and cooperate with the Communist Chinese military, farcically named the People's Liberation Army. Trudeau has ignored the advice of our military and allies. Theft of intellectual property, cyber espionage, and influence operations are not occasional occurrences with China. They're the norm. China does not act like a partner or a friend. It's dangerous for our government national shipbuilding strategy having doubled in cost. The cost increased from $26 billion to $60 billion, an extra $34 billion. Where's the money really going? Reporting on this gobsmacking hit on the taxpayers by David Pugliese is extensive. It's damning. Once the Liberals won power in 2015, they even tried to cancel the contract for our only supply ship and steer the contract to well-connected friends of the government. They even concocted criminal charges to remove the project leader from upholding his duties, Vice Admiral Mark Norman. They threatened defense company executives. They gave their preferred contractor a heads up anytime a reporter called. The pattern is clear. Helicopters, jets, ships, delay, defer, deflect. The only military the Liberals are interested in supplying is that of the Chinese communists. This game of theirs always ends up with well-connected Liberals winning, while Canadian taxpayers, together with the women and men in uniform who rely on this equipment to keep them safe, lose out. This will be the last episode of the Gallant Night News for the year, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning in, for liking and commenting and sharing the videos. This year has not been kind to Canadians, so it has never been more true to say, I hope you have a happy new year. This is Cheryl Gallant wishing you a good night.